So let's take a look at a low-cost way of doing mechanic, because back in the days we didn't have all those technology that you have today. What I'm doing here is I've used this purple blaster and sprayed it into the port, the exhaust port right there. I want to see if the exhaust port is holding that fuel or that fluid since it's closed. So this last one here, we can see fluid inside because the valve is closed. This third cylinder, we can see it's holding the purple blaster because the valve is closed, which means it's sealed perfectly. This third one here is normal. It's open because the cam lobe, it's set for it to open that way. So it's not really gonna hold that purple blaster, but when we rotate the engine to close the valve, purple blaster will be placed into that port to see if the valve seat leaks. Now this is the first cylinder, and as you can see in there, it's holding that purple blaster fluid since the valve is closed. The purple blaster was placed in there about 12 hours ago. Now it's time for us to rotate the engine and check this valve seat to see if it's leaking. We're going to do the same thing on the intake side. This is the intake side of the engine. When we take a look in there, we can see the valve is closed and it's holding the purple blaster fluid. The second cylinder, perfect, same thing. This is the third cylinder and the valve is open. So the valve is open on the intake side and the exhaust side for this third cylinder. On the last cylinder, we can see the valve is closed perfectly, and that is what we want. Now the reason I'm spraying purple blaster in here is because it's going to be able to clean that area where the valve seat is, and if it cleans it and it leaked past, that means that valve is bent. So we're going to rotate the engine for these valves to close on the intake and exhaust side and check it like we did with the fluid, making sure the valve seat, not the valve seal, does not leak. This is how you seal compression into the engine, by making sure the valve seat seals. Engine rotating, closing the valve on number 2 cylinder, we can see it's holding that fluid. That means the valve seat is good on the exhaust side and on the intake side. So we see the last cylinder released that fluid because the cam opened that valve.